Alright guys, so hopefully by now you guys have had a little bit more time to understand the game, and also my videos and the guides I've been putting out have hopefully been helping you guys again with understanding the game and trying to figure out where you guys need to progress and what you need to do, resources you need to spend and save, etc. So for this video we're going to follow suit with some of the guide videos, and we're going to talk about skills, how you guys are going to be acquiring skills, and also just more or less helping you guys with the progression of your accounts in the early going of the game. So if you find this video helpful, when you guys finish the video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, stick around for more content. Check out the playlist down below where you guys can see those other guides and gameplay videos that I've done on this game. Right now the game came out about a week ago, give or take, and I'm heavily focusing on guides, but don't worry, there will be actual like boss battles, gameplay, things like that as we go along. And if you're watching this video down the line, again, like I said, the game came out a week ago, so maybe if you're checking the date on this video a few months from now, maybe the information may have changed a little bit, so be aware of that. That being said, today's video like goal is going to be 500 likes. Please be sure to help us hit our like goal if you guys enjoy the content, like I said, and again, stick around and subscribe for more content. That being said, let's jump into it. Okay, so starting off, I want to talk about the way that you guys are going to be acquiring skills. So first and foremost, the simplest, easiest way to say you're going to get skills is by pulling weapons. Now, most of the time, you're going to get a new skill, unless you pull a duplicate weapon anyway. You're going to get a new skill with 4-star weapons that you're going to pull. So again, if we take a look here, for example, this weapon did come, the Shadow Armor Blade did come with the Bloody Scribe special move. So that's pretty much how you're going to be getting the special moves for characters. There are a couple of other things currently in the game. Again, down the line when the game progresses and stuff, I assume this will change, right? But also do keep in mind the characters will come with a default special move. The Mighty Wave Slash was a bunch of like mighty moves or whatever that each character will come with. So they're not useless, but they're not, you know, the best moves or whatever. You want to get the more powerful moves that are tied to the 4-star weapons, like Avant Strash. You're getting that from the Knife of Papnica, like things like that. So that's more or less the standard way of getting the 4-star their special moves, excuse me, through the 4-star weapons. Sometimes again the 3-star weapons will come with other skills that are tied to them as well. Now, outside of that, there are ways you can get scrolls and you can enhance your weapons, things like that, or your skills, excuse me, through story stages, event stages, exchange shops. Like it's kind of all over the place. So we'll kind of take you through each method, and I'll try to explain it as cleanly as possible. Let's go to exchange here. If you go to the exchange, some of these options may or may not be available to you based on what you've unlocked. Like the Hall of Perdition you probably don't have unless you've completed the story. There are not technically any here, but Hall of Perdition is important for different reasons, because what it will do is it's a reliable source to get some of these skill scraps, and the skill scraps are important because you will use this tiny paper scrap, like this magical scrap or whatever, magic paper scrap, you will use these to be able to exchange for the scrolls. This is a scroll right here. This is a fragment basically of the actual skill. This is not an actual single skill. This is a fragment. You need multiple of these to be able to unlock a skill for the first time. So let's take a look at a skill I don't own currently. This one here. I don't own the double-edged slash, so we'll unlock it. I believe it's 3 scrolls to unlock, and I'll just go ahead and pick up a few more because I can do 8. I don't recommend this. Please get what you want to get, but I'm doing this for the purpose of the video. Also, for the record, this is where you will be going to exchange to upgrade, which I guess I could technically do as well. Let's work on Rising Power. I have one more exchange until it resets. What happens is after you've done all of the default 1 cost exchanges, it now starts costing 2 of these fragments to get you more and more. As a way of scaling to cost you more resources. But that's what you guys should be more or less farming right now, by the way, skill scraps, which I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Just bear with me. I want to show you this process. So we're going to go over to the skills, and in the skills area we will go ahead and go to acquire skills. I can now unlock this because I didn't have it. As you see, it costs 3 to unlock it. I picked up 8 just now, so I'm going to pick that up. That's a skill that typically is going to be used with Hyunko, but also will be used with swords. I'm pretty sure I can use that on pretty much any character that's using a sword. That's typically how the game will go. So I now have that skill unlocked, and there's 4 skills down below that I do not have, and some of these are going to be exchangeable, things like that. If you hold them or click them, it'll tell you that you need these scrolls. However, the scroll doesn't actually tell you where to get them. You have to go to a different menu. Like that could be a lot cleaner, but it's kind of all over the place. So anyways, like I said, upgrading is one thing you guys will also want to do. I picked up enough to be able to upgrade this now, so I can do that. But upgrading is important because what upgrading does is it increases the level and increases the stock. The stock is important because it allows for your skill to have extra uses basically. So you'll start off with you know, one use and you have to wait for it to reload, things like that. But the more stock you have, the more in reserve uses that you'll have. As you upgrade, you'll see what I'm talking about, so don't worry too much about it. But you do want to go ahead and improve and upgrade your skills as possible, or if possible. And I'm going to do it for this skill here too. See, it's improving the cooldown here by a good bit for the rising power, which is a good, as you see, supporting effect. Raises allies' physical attack and defense for a short time. I definitely want to go ahead and get that going. Now, in terms of upgrading some of these skills, you will also be able to pick up some of these scrolls, not just from exchanges, but from story stages. Like this one here actually has a dedicated story stage. There may be more in the hardest mode or hardest difficulty for chapter 2. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I haven't completed far enough to see that yet, and I'm sure there are other scrolls that are acquirable through the story mode. So please, before you start really exchanging like I just did, probably play through at least the base story mode and the intermediate, mainly the intermediate difficulty for the different chapters, in case it will unlock different ones for you. And you want to play through intermediate and hard and whatever story difficulties anyway, because that's how you're going to unlock your stamina caps anyway. You get higher stamina by doing that, as opposed to ranking up like other games. So yeah, if I wanted to go ahead and get this, I could come over here and technically farm it. You can see the list of drops that are available. It shows you it's a main drop reward. You can farm this stage for that, and like I said, the scraps. I told you guys I would show you resources and how to get these scraps. So these scraps, again, are the ones that you're going to need to exchange in that exchange shop. See, it all kind of comes full circle. So if you actually just kind of want to isolate a specific scrap, you can come over to your item list, and in the item list, it will actually show you every item you have, all the materials, and you go down to the specific scrap that you need. This is pretty much all of them here. And if you want to farm a specific one, if you have a stage unlocked for it, you can go ahead and go straight to that stage and farm it. It will drop every so often. Obviously, it's not going to be an always thing, but you can just spend stamina and or skip tickets and farm the resource that you need there, and then hit back to the exchange shop and pick up more scrolls for your characters. I wonder if it actually will show. So like right here, if I wanted to unlock Frizz, I don't have it anywhere, I guess, so it's not going to show me it. But what about this? Okay, so yeah, it can actually show you the exchange resource here. Like I said, this should be in the menu for acquiring skills, but you can't actually see this from there. This is like one of those quality of life things that they can make this cleaner, right? I showed you, I was just in the acquire skills area. It's like, oh, I don't have this, and I click on this scroll, it doesn't actually show you where you can get it. But maybe that was my fault. Maybe that was something I did not do. But yeah, if you have story stages for some of this, like sacrificial visions, this is one you could actually exchange. So yeah, like I said, don't do that, because this is one that drops in the Hunkel story event. So definitely play through all the story events, and if you're trying to upgrade something specific, please come here and check out which scrolls you need, and then go from there. Also, I have a dupe for the Mighty Armor Slasher, and let's go back to the exchange area and talk about special moves, because there were other exchange options for special moves. So as you see here, the Beast King Redemption Blast scroll, this is one scroll, by the way. I believe you need 3, just like, hopefully it's not 5. I believe you need at least 3, just like regular ones, to unlock it, so understand that. However, this uses this currency here. You get this one by exchanging, or I think selling weapons. That's pretty much how that works. So you go to the weapons lists and sell your extras. You can kind of get rid of them there. You can also pick up some other regular skills here. There's also some stamina, I guess, to pick things that you may or may not want. Actually, I kind of want to get these challenge tickets. So yeah, these other shops will have other things that you're going to need. I mentioned Hall of Perdition. It's a mode you guys should be farming, because there are skill scraps there. There are other things there, like trophies, which are a little bit different, that you're going to want as well. These are event specific exchange shops. So to summarize, skills, you're typically going to be getting special moves from gachas. They are tied to the weapons. Like I said, if you were to pull, that's why it says both of them down at the bottom, the name of the weapon and the skill, the Bloody Scribe skill, you will be pulling it and unlocking it with the weapon. In the future, there's probably going to be more methods to exchange, just like how the Beast King Redemption Blast I showed you was available in exchange. Outside of that, your regular skills, in order to farm those, you're going to need to either exchange and or go to specific stages. Like I said, the Hunkel event did have a stage where you could farm the Sacrificial Visage, excuse me. And that's important because you will be upgrading your skills further, right? Not just acquiring, you want to also be upgrading your skills and allowing for your skills to have more stock and levels and things like that, just making them better, which will all in turn make your party better, right? So that's more or less everything that you guys need to know about skills and acquiring them. And most important thing is just focus on getting the ones that you want, you know, that fit your playstyle, because as you see, there's a lot currently in the game. These characters can use multiples. Like, I actually recently unlocked this one. I really like this skill for Dai. It's a good one. And there are other ones that I don't own currently. You know what I want to see, actually? I'm pretty sure this is an exchange. Let's see if it'll show me what I was talking about in terms of getting these scrolls. It's like, it's just like, doesn't actually show you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if I were to go to the list, I guess technically I'd see it. But I don't actually have a scroll to even base it off of, so I wouldn't see it, actually, technically. I keep doing the whole thing. It's kind of weird. And actually, we know this one's in the exchange. You need 5, by the way. 5. I knew it. I was like, man, I feel like it's 3. It's 5. You need to exchange 5. That's actually a hefty cost. Whoo, boy. You might be better off just waiting for the Vortex Axe to be featured on a banner. And yes, don't, unless you re-rolled and you pulled it, I guess. Don't pull for it now. Like, this is pretty much all free currency. In fact, it might all be free currency. Let's find out. There's a way to see the currency. It's not the biggest deal whether you believe me or not. Yeah, there's a way to see it. I know it's in here, but I'm not gonna look for it. Anyways, yeah, like, I've been saving though, because I really want this skill, but I'm gonna wait on it because they'll probably make her staff featured at some point, and I really want this one because the healing attributes. So that's pretty much everything, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Check out more content down below in the description as well. And yeah, definitely, like I said, even like here, there's actually some stuff tied into the Avon event. I just saw like the little banner for it. You can farm some skills here. It just showed it, so I'm not so sure in particular what, but there's some stuffs and some scraps on these events. Thank you all. Have an awesome day, and I'll see all of you later.